Okay, so recently, right, or yesterday, that I received an email from ThinkOrSwim, which is by TD Ameritrade, stating that they only want to focus on accredited investors, right? And personally, I am not. Okay, so first up, what is this accredited investors, right? So in order for you to become an accredited investor in Singapore, at least, right, you need to fulfill these following criteria. And first up, you need to be somebody who have an income of excess of more than $300,000 a year, followed by, having a net asset of, more than $2 million, of which 1 million can come from the primary place of residence. And last but not least, your total net financial assets must exceed $1 million. For a lot of people, a lot of investors out there, they do not belong in this category. But if you do belong to this category, congratulations, but unfortunately I'm not lah. Okay, so what this means to me and probably you is that we need to move our money out of ThinkOrSwim as soon as possible. Why is this the case, right? Because over here in the email that I received, right, it states that, right, from 27 October onwards, right, if you are non-accredited investors, what this means is that you firstly will be charged a monthly maintenance fee of $50, and this will continue until you move all of your money and your positions out of ThinkOrSwim. Secondly, right, why you want to consider moving out as soon as possible is because moving forward, right, there won't be any use in your ThinkOrSwim account. Meaning to say you can no longer trade, you can no longer buy more positions. The only thing you can do is, of course, to sell and liquidate your positions, right, to close it. Okay, so these are the two main reasons why you should consider moving your money out of ThinkOrSwim as soon as possible, since the news is already out. And then the next question is probably asking, where should I move my money to, right? So there's so many brokerages out there, which one should I choose, right? So if you're thinking of switching or moving your account, there's two ways you can go about it. The first way is, of course, to transfer all the positions, meaning to say, if you have Meta stocks, if you have Tesla stocks, if you have whatever stocks on hand, you can do a transfer out from ThinkOrSwim into a brokerage account. But there is a criteria, and the criteria is to make sure that the company or the brokerage account that you want to transfer to have this thing called the ACATS. Okay, so ACATS. So what is this ACATS? In short, right, it stands for Automated Customers Account Transfer Service, right? So in order for you to transfer out, the company or the brokerage must have this service. So out of all the brokerage companies that are out there in Singapore, right, there are a few that have this ACATS facilities or this function, right? So some of the few includes Interactive Broker, your Tiger Brokers, and Mumu. Okay, so unfortunately, Weibo does not have this function in Singapore yet. Okay, so recently I shared with the community that I'm in, right, and this is one way to go about it. And then I have also provided the links below on how can you move in and out from ThinkOrSwim to another platforms with the respective brokerage links. Okay, so at the same time, this is one way to go about it, which you use ACATS to transfer all your positions from one brokerage to another. But to me, I think this is a bit troublesome. The easiest way to go about it is number two, where you actually liquidate off your position. When I say liquidate, I mean to sell away off your stocks, close away off your options if you have any, and remaining in your account there should only be cash. So in my opinion, I think that the number two method, where you go and liquidate all of your positions, is a better choice. Why? Because it actually allows you to, transfer out easier. There's no need to write into, let's say you are using Tiger Brokers, right? You don't have to write into Tiger Brokers. You don't need to write in to ThinkOrSwim to tell them that I want to transfer from ThinkOrSwim to Tiger Brokers, right? That's the whole process, and it takes a lot of time. The easiest way for you to do quick and easy is, of course, to close off these positions. And then once all of these positions are in cash already, you just need to wire transfer back into your own bank. And then with the money in your bank, transfer now into the brokerage account of the choice that you want to use, right? So I've looked it out. Out of all of these companies or these brokerages out there in the market, right, you might want to consider the following few, like Interactive Brokers, Tiger Brokers, Mumu, or even Weibo, right? So these are the few that is currently in the market, which has a much lower, much lower fees out there, right? So which one to use? Definitely, you can go and find it out. But I think right end of the day, the fees is a small matter, because if you are not a heavy trader, or you don't have a huge volume of money that you're moving in and out, right, then the fees is actually quite minimum, right? But end of the day, it still comes down to the user's experience, right? So I believe that you are using ThinkOrSwim for a reason, because for me, I like it because of the interface. It's easier to use. I have familiarity over the functions as compared to other brokers. So this is why I'm so angry at the same time, right? Because I need to start learning the new functions, the new way of how these different platforms are doing as well. If you're not created any brokerage account, right, because you are happily using ThinkOrSwim, right, you might want to consider opening another one right now, because it takes some time. And if you want, right, do consider using the link below, because there are some promotions that you can get as well, and right, we will both benefit together. Okay, so this is the second way that you go about to liquidate it. So that's it, right? So this video, I hope that you guys have learned about how can you go about to transfer your portfolio that is in your ThinkOrSwim to other brokerage, and also make sure that these brokerages that you want to transfer your positions using method one, right, is making sure that they have this ACATS usability, or they have this function or this license, right? If not, just go about and just liquidate everything. It'll be much easier. And at the same time, the reason for liquidating, right, just to add on, is that you can actually restart your whole portfolio. Meaning to say, whatever shitty stocks, whatever lousy companies that you have picked previously, right, this is the best time to actually, start fresh, start from a clean slate, and then get your investment going from a new year itself. Okay, so actually it's not even a new year, it's like September already. Yeah, okay, so anyway, right, thank you so much for watching. If this video is helpful, right, do remember to like, subscribe, and also share more with your friends, especially if they are also ThinkOrSwim users as well, right? So do appreciate it, and I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.